Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And shalom to you, sincere, hopeful, elect brothers and sisters listening and learning. And to you brothers preaching and teaching this truth through the four corners of the earth. It's the brother Nathan coming out of the GNS Indianapolis camp. Coming back with a quick one through the spirit on my way to the plantation. We're going to get right into it. This is Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 2, and verse, let's start at let's start at verse 7. It says, Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. And what's that reward that we're going to do receive for doing this work? All right, salvation, the kingdom of heaven. All right, on the first round. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make it for the first round draft pick. So like in Judges 5 and 11, well, we're rehearsing the righteous acts, right? Because we know we're not going to be perfect on the side. That's why Yahweh Shai died for us, all right, for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? He died for the children of Israel, okay, his people, all right, to cover them, all right? Now, that doesn't mean we have a license to sin like the scripture says, all right? He has given no man a license to sin, all right? But we have to uphold the law, statutes, commandments, because they said, what is it, the 1 John, was it on the 5th chapter? Let me look that up real quick. It says, if ye love me, there we go. That's fine, I'll do that. This is John 14 and 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments. Yeah, this is the one I'm looking for, though. This is love. This is 1 John 5 and 3. For this is the love of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. See? And that's part of the fear of the Lord, because, give me a second here, Proverbs 1 and 7. Real quick, Proverbs 1 and 7. The fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Right? Because you'd be foolish not to follow the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, because, like I said, if you love Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, it says keep his commandments. Now, did that say we were going to be perfect? No. But we're fighting to be part of that, of the elect, right? So we put on the elect. The elect are going to be doing everything to the best of their ability in Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai. They're going to walk in the ways of the Lord. All right? Just like in rehearsal, like a practice, right? Hey, we're rehearsing the righteous acts. You don't just lollygag and, just go through the motion. No, you go hard because you're trying to be selected. All right? Just like in training camp and, like football or basketball, or whatever the sport. Hey, you're going hard in those practices so that you can be selected. All right? Well, that's what we're doing here over on this side of the fence, for the Lord. We want to be on Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai's team. All right, so we got to fight to get there. All right? But it starts with what? Fearing the Lord, man. All right? Trusting in him. I'm going to read that Sirach chapter 2 and verse 9 again, verse 8. It says, Ye that fear the Lord, believe him. And how do you show your belief? Through your works. All right? And your reward shall not fail. Because what he said, he is not unrighteous, is not, let's make it simple, labor of love. Let's see, is it spelled like this? Labor of love? Let's see. This is Hebrews chapter 6, verse 10. For Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai is not unrighteous, to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed toward his name. See? And hey, the name is important. All right, you got guys that's saying whatever. You still saying Jesus Christ, still saying Yahuwah and Yeshua and Yahweh, God, just saying God. Nah, the names of the Father and the Son have been given. Yahweh, which means he saves or he delivers, who the world even calls God. And Yahweh Shai, who the world even calls Jesus Christ, which means he saves. Oh, Slakia, I know. Yahweh, which means he is or he exists. Slakia on that. Got too ahead of myself. And Yahweh Shai means he saves or he delivers. Okay? It says, which ye have showed toward his name, and that ye have ministered to the saints, and do minister. See? And it says, and we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end. So right, because Matthew 24th chapter said, he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. All right, because you got to do this work all the way until it's over. All right, till the Lord closes his ministry up. And we're coming into them times where the doors of mercy are closing. All right, and there's about to be a famine of the word, and the prophets are going to be taken off the streets, man, and off the YouTubes and other various platforms. You're not gonna have the knowledge and understanding of what's going on, and you're gonna see these people getting taken like a thief in the night. Because Yahweh Shai, he's giving the warning through his men. All right, Yahweh Shai has put out the prophets. All right, they're out there on the highways and byways, starting with our apostles and elders of Great Millstone on down. All right, we got the truth here at Great Millstone, 100% truth. All right, that's just what it is. It's not no camp banging or whatever. No, it's just, we don't have the Swiss cheese doctrine like the rest of these camps do, man. All right, it's been proven. And it says, verse 12, that ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises. See? All right, and we got good leadership. All right, so we follow our leaders. All right, which is the body of Yahweh Shai, man. Like I said, start with our apostles and our elders of Great Millstone on down. All right, to the brethren that are following the same doctrine. Okay. So so our reward shall not fail, man, because the Lord ain't unrighteous like Esau. Like Esau, the so-called white man, you'll work at his companies and do everything you're supposed to by the book, right? But then guess what? Esau's system is built on, it's not about what you know, it's who you know. So you be working hard 10 years and you're waiting to get that big promotion that you worked hard for, and then they'll have some a family member or something come in and get paid way more and get the position and then earn it. But the Lord don't work like that. All right, you put in this work, there's a reward for you. There's a reward either way. If you don't do the work, your ass is going to be fucking destroyed. All right? It says death by pain. All right? You didn't want to change and repent and come back to him and serve him in truth and sincerity. Yeah, there's a reward for that. And like Romans 6:23 says, the wages of sin is death. So you're not going to be covered. See, the hopeful elect, man, we're covered by the blood of Yahweh Shai because we're, like I said, rehearsing the righteous acts. We're trying to uphold all the commandments to the best of our ability. All right, and that's what's showing our faith through our works. All right, we're out there on the highways and byways preaching the word. All right, so you know that's important. You ain't just gonna be knowing this word and you just sitting on it and you're not professing it. Nah, especially if you're able-bodied. Nah. You gotta work. Yeah, if you don't work, you don't eat. Hey, that's twofold shit. You gotta work, out in this world to, take care of yourself while you're in this captivity. And then what? You gotta work spiritually, all right, to keep yourself grounded in the faith, keep yourself humble. All right, praying to Yahweh Shemel Shai, fasting. All right, to do this, working the Lord, man. All right, let's see here. All right, back to Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and verse 9. It says, "Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy." Look at the generations of old and see. Did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? Right, so that's all questions. But we see example after example of trusting in the Lord is you're going to be okay. Look at Abraham. Look at Isaac. Look at Jacob. All right? Look at Moses. Look at Yahushua, the son of the Most High. Come on. All right? Look at Joshua. Look, we got countless examples of the prophets of old, man. Us. Look at us in the present time, which we are the prophets of old, you know. And we don't know who exactly we are or whatever, but we know, hey, that if we're doing this work in truth and sincerity, man, we're one of the men from back then through the reincarnation. All right, the prophets of old, man. All right, look at our journey. Look at our walk in this faith. Look at where we come from. Shoot, Yahweh Shemel Shah is real, man. And if you don't believe us, fuck you, man. We don't give a shit. All right, because it said what? It said, let not the incredulity trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. All right, we're not worried about you mockers and scoffers, man. Hey, laugh now, cry later. Hey, we're crying out to the Yahweh Shema Shah, but we're gonna laugh later. Guarantee that. We're gonna rejoice while these people are be ashamed, man. That's what the scriptures say. Verse 11, for the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in the time of affliction. And that's what we're betting on. We're betting on the creator of the world, man. We're betting on Yahweh Shemel Shah. We don't have no plan B. All right? And if you have a plan B, plan C, on if this don't work out, you're through. So you got to be told you're through, man. You ain't going to make it with that mindset. All right? Yahweh Shemel Shah is a power worthy to be feared because he keeps us sustained, man. Spiritually and physically. And then the afflictions we go through are for the good of us, man. All right? No chastising for the present seem good but grievous, roughly paraphrasing. But it brings forth the peaceable fruit. All right? You get the results out of going through things, man. Just like even in working out and stuff. Hey, no pain, no gain, right? That's how you gain it. Well, it's like I said, hey, those that hate their lives have really gained it. Roughly paraphrasing. You put off this life to gain life. You dwell in this life, you're dead while you're living, man. Verse 12. Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands and the sinner that goeth two ways. See? Right. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Yeah, a guy that wants to be in and one foot in the world, one foot in the truth. It don't work. You either love the Most High or you don't. You can't serve both. Yeah, now there's a balance to things. We do have our little, time, where we might, go out to eat and, with the brothers or, your family. You might go do a little something here and there, to keep the balance, go see a movie, do something quote unquote fun, right? But our majority of the time is spent what? On this truth, man. Constantly thinking about the Lord, man. But it said, woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands. All right? Those that don't truly believe, or they're half-stepping, that that so destruction unto them that really they don't believe. Wavering, you know. I don't know if the Lord gonna hear me, this or that. Nah, man, you can't think like that, man. Yahweh Shemashah said he got us. You know? Hey, he's quickening us through the Spirit with the word, man. Which means what? Being made alive. Alright, so shit. Especially now, you shouldn't be having no faint hands or fearful hearts, fearful in the mind. Because the Lord he didn't give us a spirit of fear, but of a sound mind. He gave us good doctrine. He gave us great leaders, you know, through the Spirit. All right. He gave us the order that we need, man, to make it through. You know, the times that we're coming into. He gave us his word, man. Verse 13. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted. Well, he doubled down on him, man. Look. For he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. Woo! Shit, man. This is serious, man. This is destruction unto you, man. You ain't gonna be delivered. You don't believe on me. You don't believe what I'm capable of for you. The Lord ain't playing, man. I'll get one more just you know. Just pulled up to the plantation slot. Hold on here real quick. Verse 14, it says, woe unto you that have lost patience. Yep, ones that what? Let go of the plow. Went back in the world like a dog returning to his own vomit. Right? Alright. Because they couldn't wait, couldn't continue to suffer and wait on Yahweh Shemel Shai. Man, that's a scary thing, man. So where you get disenchanted to where you don't want to do this anymore, man. Fuck that, man. There ain't nothing, man. What do we got to go back to? This world is already trash. It's full of Satan. Like, this what you want to be a part of? Let's go to show you this. You ain't know this fold. It's like, man, you got to have this mind, man. We built for this, man. We're built to endure this shit. Yahweh Shemel Shai is with us, man. It's evident, man. It's clear. It's clear as day. But hey, see, it's only clear to his true men. All right, that truly care. And that's okay, because like I said, hey, this is what? They're not going to be defended. Yep, your prayers are not going to be answered because you're wavering. All right? You got the spirit of, man, I don't think the Lord's coming back, man. That's scary. And that happens, man. All right? I've seen it. People fall out you think it would be with you to the end. You would think, man, no way, right? It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man. Yeah. And it says, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? See, what you gonna do? You come back and the Lord finds you not working. Finds you not doing the will of the Father, man. What do you think is gonna happen to you, man? Death and destruction upon you, man. In the worst way. Okay? Verse 15. They that fear the Lord will not disobey his words. See? And they that love him will keep his ways. We just read earlier. All right? For this is love, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. So with that, I pray this was edifying to the elect. And I like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Akakwadash. Double honors to